work, does it? All right, let's decorate a tree. Such as it is. Set this down. I'd love to actually play some Christmassy music in the background. I actually guess I can. That would be enjoyable, I suppose. So, I don't know what's going on with OBS over here with this live stream thing. Let's pop that out. Move that down here. Something like that. Looks better. Okay. Well, at any rate, hi, everyone. So, let's see. Oh, I don't have my eyeballs up there. That's probably why I keep looking elsewhere. Anyway, as you can see, I have a decoy tree. And I think that now is a good time to, well, as any, to go ahead and put some hooks on this and hang them up there. Well, as Richard Simmons said once, let's sweat. After I'm done with this, play guitar for a bit, I think. Haven't done that for a while on here. In fact, I think the last time I did anything really in a live kind of a fashion was the day before Halloween. And that's quite a while ago. Hope the audio's all right. But in the meantime, I'm just taking hooks and putting them through bowls. I suppose after this I also have to sweep, but, you know, we'll see what happens. I think it would probably be more festive if I had some Christmas music, though, so I'm going to dial some up. No, I already did that one. Yes, I totally did. Oh, balls. Oh, lovely. So these are the leftovers, actually, from Trader Joe. I didn't get these from Trader Joe's. Hobby Lobby. So a little Hobby Lobby haul I made for the main tree. I mean, after all, this year I'm starting completely over. Shatterproof. I'm starting from scratch this year. And because I'm starting from scratch this year, you know, I might as well get what I want. And so this year, I don't know, I actually thought about nothing but red on this thing, but you know, nothing but blue. It's pretty wintry too. But main tree is decorated with a bunch of these. I don't know if that's gonna work out well. Yeah, it's pretty. Sure, why not? So I was thinking just one solid color or something like that would be pretty okay with this, but you know, we can do a few that aren't the same. But yes, I'm calling this the decoy tree, and the reason why I'm calling it the decoy tree is a pretty easy way thing, because the main tree in the living room, although it hasn't drawn a lot of attention from the cats, of which there are two, and Alan, the cat who hates Christmas, is not one of them. What was I going to say? The tree out there still does draw some attention, and I would prefer it didn't. So this one will be one that they can mess with. So I got it for a whole $15. Not bad. Well, $17.50 after tax, but something like that. Anyway, oh no, that's already there. Yeah. No. That's already there too. Well, looks like we're just cruising right along. Whoa, stay. That's funny. If I go over here and take a look at this. Oh boy, if it wants to. I swear, my net lately has been as slow as molasses. It's like everybody's staying home. Let's see if I go here. Oh, it goes right there. YouTube Studio is slow as molasses. Slow as molasses. There we go. Oh, pick up an extra subscriber. Well, to whoever the 1,266th one of you is, thank you very much. See, I can hear the cat back there. I don't think you could see the cat, but I certainly hear the cat back there. Live, auto dubbing, blah, blah, blah. All right, public. Okay, good. So, grab the link of that really quickly. Sure is quiet out there. Awfully quiet. There I am. Anyway, I'm going to call this kind of a somber stream. Not too somber. It's not that bad. Let's see here. Go to musical. That's always important. Metal? No. Could do me and Christmas, but feeling that's classical would probably be better. Let's see. I'll play this about as low as humanly possible. One of these two. All right, fresh air. Mannheim Steamroller. This will get copyright claimed, but hey, man, I ain't monetized anyway, so it's no big deal. All right, shall we? There's one. Let's turn that down a bit. There we go. Just enough, huh? All right, let's get the ball hanging, shall we? Or shall me? You know, people want to start pointing out, hey, go over here, put it there, blah, blah, blah. You know, yeah, sure. I might play ball with that. I mean, but it is my tree after all, so. Here and there. And I'm not going to go absolutely nuts. I mean, this is a decoy tree after all. Let's see here. Not bad. So, question out there, of course, that I keep getting is, you get all your shopping done? The answer is, I didn't even know what I was going to buy. So, I could be done, I might not be done, I don't know. Oh, I should fluff the bottom down here. Let's see, that's nice. We'll go straight, actually, up with that. Not bad, Mr. White Ball, not bad. Moving down here. My floor is covered in glitter. Hello, Eddie. It's a little more full looking. Well, Mannheim Steamroller's got some weird stuff, I'll tell you. Sounds like kids playing on a Casio. I think it's at the breakdown now. When I was a kid, like 11 years old, grandmother gave me a Casio keyboard with a sampler. Had a lot of fun with that. There we go, lots of balls. See, it takes balls to decorate a Christmas tree. I gotta hang some more hooks. This is nice. You know, the fact that I only have to do this one time. Not the Christmas tree thing, but hanging the bundle of hooks on the balls here. Balls. All right. Anyway, as far as the Christmas shopping is concerned, I think I'm done. I keep thinking of little things to get for my daughter. And it's just one of those kind of funny things where crosses your mind suddenly. Oh, I should do the thing. Hi there, Hopper boy. How's my kitty? Well, at any rate. And I've got the son-in-law to think of. The oddly cool part this year, and kind of a weird saving grace, is the divorce. I don't have to think about what to get the lady who has everything, including a divorce. Not bad. Whoop! More glitter for the floor. All right. You know what kind of glitter I actually miss is man glitter, the sawdust from the shop back when I used to build guitars. Sparkly. Yeah, well, at any rate, the whole thing about the Christmas shopping thing, I actually went out and did a little bit of that today. It's not exactly where the tree came from. That was a buy last night, but I got that for my daughter. And as it turns out, she didn't need one, so Decoy tree. Those are important. One more. Actually, after this one, there's 4 more, and then I can just finish decorating it and play some guitar. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, that's kind of what I'm known for on this anyway. That, a bunch of snark, and a general trivia knowledge that was envious of the world. Now, I keep telling people that wind up going to some sort of a bar trivia night, and they come up against, like 80s music trivia. I'm like, why the hell didn't you tell me? I mean, I'd be like the person you'd want on your team for that. So, not every kind of music though from the 80s. You know, if you start talking about some sort of sub-Saharan reggae variant, I am lost. But when it comes to pop, I got you covered, man. I got you covered. So, let's see here. These things bouncing all over the place. Very bubbly and effervescent of these little balls. And as I said before, it takes balls to decorate a tree, so that's the thing. All right, last one. Once again, extremely thankful I don't actually have to do this hook thing more than just this year. Of course, there's always the ones that lose their hooks somewhere, in the decommissioning of the tree process. Let's hang some balls, though, shall we? All right, going down. That's a nice spot. Slight twist, and up and over. Let's grab a couple of white ones. Off-white. Ecru, eggshell, something like that. Oh, kitty ball. Alright. I know you can't see it, but I'm telling you where it's at, it looks very pretty. Hi, Bubba. A bunch of these blue ones now. Yeah, right about there. Yeah, it's good enough. Might have to learn this. It's awfully catchy. I think this side's okay. Get some concentrated awesome back here. How strange. That'll do. All right. Hello, Eddie. Ah. Ah. That'll do. All right, let's play. The tree is going to be. I am about as rusty can be. The hey dude, what's up? So, but yeah, I am rusty here today. So please be polite and patient and bear with me. Check this out. Sounds good so far? Still good? So, and that just kind of loops and repeats. And that is the intro to a tune by, what's that guy's name? Laserhawk. It's techno or synthwave. And it just kind of, cat's playing with something. That's what the Decoy tree is all about. But this whole... And all of a sudden you... well, I guess we're out of tune. Right there. Naturally. Truth be told, I did kind of hear it, but I wasn't sure. So. Yeah, we're good enough. Anyway. The whole thing is D minor. But we start to hear this thing. I played that wrong. And, because it's all keyboards, you're not hearing any bends. No, that's kind of neat. There's this middle part that transfers to G, so from B to... Was it G? No. That's it. So, B flat. And that's from here. I don't have 24 frets, so I guess I'll play it here. And of course, back then it'll be going down to G, but then we have more of the, and it can be a little boring, right? So what I mean by boring is if you're listening to it, you're not playing it, but if you're just listening to it, on guitar, you'll quickly lose interest. But if you're actually playing along with it, it's fun. It's a good time. You should do it. So, thanks. it's the stopping. Once I get the quick, I can do that, but it's stopping right is where the real rust shows through. I tell you what, though, I miss playing on the Catacaster, the original one. I don't, I've got a few guitars, a few, and I can't play all of them, and so I'll pick a favorite for a while, and I'll play that until I kind of feel like I want to play something else, then I grab another one, play that one. And this one just happened to be not next on the list, but I realized I had it. Hey, I haven't played that in a while. You know what I ought to go get? Give me a second. Enjoy the tree light. Actually, let me take this with me. Is there a way I can mute that thing? There is. Give me a second. Here we go. Directory. And hit tuner. And it should mute everything so I could just do this. Let me go grab a toy. I'll be right back. You'll like this. It's fun. So, day before Thanksgiving, I decided to take a drive. It was dumb because I encountered the worst traffic I've ever seen out of the 50 years of living up in the Pacific Northwest. Now, I know that Thanksgiving traffic and the day before Thanksgiving traffic, especially with everybody trying to get home because everybody's got to cook, is going to be worse than your average traffic. But the thing is, I wanted this. So I got myself my first semi-hollow body guitar. And out of all the guitars I've ever owned, I've never owned one of these. Never. So let's see what this sound has to offer. Ooh. Still rocking here. Hold on. It's quiet enough I can't even hear it. It's amazing. Let's try something slightly different. Oh, these are factory presets. I like my presets better. Gain, gain, gain. Moddable, yes, maybe. Noodle around break, decent. Satchy. Try that. I can almost hear that. Bad. So I sat down and I played this thing, and I played 8 others that were up at Guitar Center in Redmond. So I drove from Tumwater right after work. I drove up to Redmond. It took 3 hours. Getting back was not going to happen. The traffic was so bad. I stopped in at a friend's house in Federal Way and just stayed there until about 8 o'clock, took off and came home at 8:30 and immediately baked a pie. That's what you do. But this plays very comfortably. In fact, it plays an awful lot like a guitar that my child had. Not bad. But she had a PV signature. This is not a PV signature. This is a PV something else with a serial number and a Made in China sticker on it. I got this for what I would consider a song for the same price as I could get something else new, maybe from Temu, or maybe Amazon if I was lucky. Cats are playing. That's the whole point. Let's see here. Ambient crunch. What am I looking at there? Oh, come on. Change, change. There we go. The cats don't so much attack this Christmas tree. This is the Decoy. They don't really attack the one out in the living room, but I don't want to give them that chance. I'd rather them attack this one than the one in the living room. So they have done some stuff around the tree that I'm not too happy about. You know, they'll gather around there, they'll run back and forth and around it and stuff. But if they're going to actually kind of mess with a tree, let them mess with the Decoy. That's just not the one that I care about. But it does make a nice backdrop. You know, what do you have? You have Christmas tree, guitars, weird ghost-looking thing next to me, which is really a chair covered with a nice fuzzy blanket for the cat when, you know, for Hopper when he gets tired, he can just sleep there, and he usually does. So, hey, Yasmin, how are you? Yes, I'm live. It's been a long time, but in fact, since just before Halloween. But, happy holidays to you, too. Merry Christmas and all them thereabouts. So, or whatever applies. But no, I got this thing for a song. And I'm pretty thrilled about it. It's very nice. Let's try to pull some sort of a Christmassy thing out of my rear end. Let's see here. Of course, I could always, or even, I mean, that would be kind of haunting and beautiful too. Oh yes, I always do the clickbait thing. I literally did the first, for like the first 15 minutes, put hooks, these things here, which I have a bunch left over, these crazy little holiday hook mounds that they sell that you're expected to take apart. It's funny. Really, I don't know how else you can sell hooks these days, I guess, but when I was a kid, they sold them in kind of straight lines and, with a little kind of bend at one end, and you did the rest of the work. Nowadays, they just kind of sell them in a lump. It's like they just drop a bunch in a thing and then put a back on it and say, hey, have fun, enjoy your puzzle, the deconstruction puzzle. But so I grabbed that and a bunch of balls from Hobby Lobby and decorated the living room, and I had a bunch of balls left, and I bought this tree for my kid, actually, my daughter. I asked her the other day, hey, you guys gonna do the tree this year? And she said, I don't know, we might not. And thank you, by the way. I think it sounds pretty sweet too. But she said, oh, maybe not. And so I went with that knowledge, and about a week later, which was yesterday, I went ahead and no, I wish I could say yes, but I have not been playing very much lately. So, I mean, it's not like I don't ever play, and it's not like I'm just going to go collect a bunch of guitars over 37 years and then just stop. It's not like that. But I'm trying to think of songs like covers, right? And I'm trying to think of these covers. I'm trying to think of covers. And the only things that I can think of are not interesting to me right now. So when I say this with the utmost love and respect to the music that I grew up with, but man, I don't want to play Damage Incorporated. I've heard that too many times. I don't want to play Blackened. I've heard that too many times. Everybody plays Metallica. Maybe I want to play Nuclear Assault. No, I don't want to play Nuclear Assault. I've played Nuclear Assault covers. Do I want to play a Death cover? Well, yeah, maybe, but the only one I really want to do is one that I've already done, but I want to give it justice, but at the same time, I don't want to have to relearn it. So, it's on and on and on, it's, yeah. Well, it has been a while, and I'm sorry, but yeah. That's life. I've been very busy at work. I've actually been given a point position, a project manager. I'm not a project manager by job definition, but I'm kind of a point lead for a pretty big project going on at work. And That's not actually destined to really break ground or start until March, but it's still a lot of work. And then there's a bunch of videos. I make videos too for a living, so it's one of those things. So, my first in your stream was you getting ready to move. Oh wow, yeah, it was, wasn't it? So that was either really late June or early July. So I think one of the last streams I did was right, like literally the Saturday before the move. So we would have been, within a few days, 7 days of it, maybe. Well, I was much more regular back before the divorce. So, well, I'll see you later, man. Take care of yourself. Wait, it is exciting. But, what? And, I mean, let me gather my thoughts about this, whether or not I even want to broach the subject, but this is my first Christmas alone. And I'm still kind of struck with awe that we're in December. Now, oddly enough, I am pretty spirited right now. I feel happy, I'm good, I'm doing well, but it's weird. There's no one else here except my cats, and I take care of my cats, and then I sit down and I watch a movie or something like that. I mean, like last Saturday, I had a guitar in my lap every once in a while, but I pretty much just watched mafia movies and ate pasta. It was a good day. So, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. No, it is very exciting and daunting because, I've got to know if somebody has to have an answer as to who does what. I've got to be able to coordinate getting them together. But realistically speaking, there's so much involved. We had an hour Teams meeting yesterday between the install team, the management for the install team, and myself and several other high-ranking. I'm not high-ranking, but they are high-ranking people at the facility that I work at, and they gave us everything that we're going to need to know about the timeline, and they did it in about an hour and 3 minutes, and that hour and 3 minutes went by very quickly, and I think I've retained a great majority of the information, and they of course have needs and they need to know stuff, and they got to coordinate with me to get it, so no problem. But I had a discussion with a very high level individual just not too long after that happened that was on the meeting. He was like, did you get any of that? It was so much. Yeah, I got it. Am I reading this right? You're on your first year alone too? I mean, I'm going to play some weird music for that. Well, Christmas alone, Christmas alone. But no, I know it gets better. I've heard from many people, and you know what? I'm in a much better place now than I was. Gosh, in August, that's for sure. In September, probably. In October, actually, October was the turning point. The very next day after the last stream that I did, I had a realization, an actual, recognition as to what the heck is going on in my brain. 9 years. Okay. Well, thank you for the generous advice. I'll take anything you got because I'm only like 7 months in right now. So May 2nd is when the declaration happened, and September 8th is when it was final. So after that, it was all kind of like just trying to learn to live again. So I'm really happy for you. That's awesome. Very cool. So, yeah. Well, I'm not looking. It sounds funny as it is because I'm not complaining about there is some loneliness involved, of course, but I'm not complaining about it. I need to know who the hell I am, absent another person that I was devoted to. So I don't know who that is now. I mean, I'm still figuring that out, but I'm coming up with revelations and neat things. So the Halloween revelation was this. That was one of the last days of my vacation, Halloween this year. And I took a week off. And because I was absolutely stir crazy, I totally needed a vacation. And at the end of my vacation, it's Halloween night. Why am I still wound up? I don't understand it. And I got it. What have I been doing every vacation I've ever had? Spending it with my ex. I go home on my vacations. I usually staycay. I mean, this year, I went to Arizona for a vacation, which was mostly work. Drive for 2 days, hang out, rejoice in camaraderie and whatnot, be a part of the wedding party and everything like that. And, they get married, and then I drive 2 days back home. I take one more day off, and then I go back to work. So I really haven't had any vacation this year, but it's the end of the real vacation, and I'm like, what the heck, right? Why am I still wound up? Because I'm not home. I'm in my apartment. But I feel like, at that point, I realized that it felt like I've been staying in a hotel since July. And I just wanted to go home. That's where I get refreshed and relaxed and, unwind my spring, so to speak, and I'm ready to face everything again. But I'm not allowed to have that. But once I realized what it was that was causing this, I'm fine. I don't know what it was, but just the realization alone was therapeutic. So I'm good now. Wait a minute. There it is. That's it. And I'm a real homebody too. I mean, I cook and I clean. Build guitars. You make a life for yourself, enjoying what it is that you enjoy. You work not to. I don't live to work. I work to live. And on that work to live thing, I built a real life where I love to be there. And I mean, that was my respite. Everything. And it's close to it. I mean, the walls are gray, the floor is gray. I like earth colors, so that should be brown. And although I'm allowed to paint, if I'm only living here for 2 years, I'm not painting anything. So yeah, thank you. I'm glad it's getting better too. I mean, I was pretty distraught. I mean, I'm much better about that now. But how have I been spending the rest of my time? There's a channel called Gaming Reframed. Small channel, should be bigger. Their content is pretty good. They don't do any live streaming, but now see, it's being with your partner. You think you can't go a day without listening to him play his music? Oh, he's a musician too. Good. We're okay people. So, well, you might not be able to escape it. My ex-wife actually and I did not like the same kind of music, and she never liked a single thing out of 30 years. She never liked anything that I wrote. And I write a lot of stuff. Well, I do. I actually write a lot of stuff. I'm pretty prolific when I get down to it. I'll write like a tune a day. But, it's neither here nor there. She has bad taste in music. Anyway. There it is. Yeah. We are just a little bit out of tune. No, guitarist. Good. Yes, we're good people. You should definitely date guitar players. But like I said, for me, I'm not looking. I'm hearing something in that, and I'm not sure. Anyway, but there's this channel called Gaming Reframed. And Gaming Reframed says, oh, good. Yeah, well, see, now that kind of is important. The first time I ever wrote a song for her, for instance, 2001. I barely knew how to do any kind of like computer production. I'm much better now. But at the time, 2001, I wrote her a tune, just an instrumental, because I'm big into Satriani and stuff like that. And she heard it and she was like, Oh, come on! Anyway, I think that's when I knew deep inside that there was going to be an issue. But, no. I always thought it was just a weird, what is that? Complementary quirk. Why am I hitting all these things? Because I'm rusty, that's why. But as I was talking about, there's a channel out there called Gaming Reframed. And Gaming Reframed does Terraria and, what is that? Starts with an E, I think. Anyway, they play these games. They don't do any live streaming with it, but they do record the whole thing, and then they put it out as a presentation. They put out a lot of shorts doing it too, but they were concerned about having some music for bosses that wasn't copywritten. And, thank you. Bless your heart. I'm hanging on. For dear life. Hopper, you gonna hang on with me, buddy? What a good boy. What a good boy. There's my kitty. Ah, sweet baby. Thank you. Now that there's another guitar player listening, the heat is on. But as I was saying, there's this channel called Gaming Reframed, and I work with the guy, one of the guys that's behind. His name's Jake. Real good dude. Family man, relatively young father, and while he's doing in his off time, he plays this game with a couple of his friends, or these games with a couple of his friends. But they were concerned about boss music. And they didn't want to have anything that was copywritten, and they wanted something like metal. Well, he came to me, and he asked me if I'd write something, and I said, sure. So thank you very much. But I've kind of been writing music for a channel, and so only some of it gets played, because like I said, I'm kind of prolific. When I write something, I write it, and then I've got another idea. Write that one, and then... it's a good thing that I also play bass and can write for keys. That's all I can really say. So, cool. But as far as what happens with that goes, is I basically just dump it on him, and he uses what he wants to use, and that's it. But instead of doing like live streaming or any other kind of videos, I'm basically like writing tunes. So one of them I can play right here. It's called Cataclysm, and it had a minor appearance in one of the shows. Where they in Terraria were fighting this thing called Wall of Flesh. Now, I wrote something for Wall of Flesh, and it was exactly too long. So he was like, can you shorten this up? So I wrote something slightly different, and it was exactly the right amount of time. And he still didn't wind up using it. He wound up using this instead. It's very funny. But it doesn't matter. It's all out there, and it's for him to use. And the only thing I want, of course, from him, I don't want money. I don't want anything else. Is just go ahead and credit me for it and have a link to my channel. Thank you. They are too small, though, and they need an audience. So let's go ahead and hit Cataclysm here. Where the heck did it go? It's down here somewhere. Gaming finished. There it is right there. Cataclysm version 1.5. Should be able to hear this okay. It's a little loud, but... Well, hello, you're new here. How are you? I am not playing along. This is on a 7th Street. That is loud, though. This is very close to a band I used to listen to called Samuel. So it's kind of like Viking Samuel. Fun, huh? Right next to the guitar lately, also known as a piccolo guitar. That's it. That's pretty much it. So, oh, hey, thank you. Well, at any rate. So, well, ask a metalhead to write some metal. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. Let's go. So, I wrote a bunch of stuff for them, and they've used some of the stuff, like 2 or 3 of the things, but the rest of it just hangs out in the ether. But it keeps me busy. So, it's a recommendation for anybody. Find somebody who wants you to write music for them, and it's like inspiration. Let's go. I liked your first spelling better. That's it. Ah! Kirk. There it is. There's so many other ways. Anyway, so I grabbed this thing, going back to the story of not too terribly long ago, I don't think. I grabbed this guitar from Guitar Center for a song, like I was saying, about $280. And I am absolutely thrilled with it. I love getting deals like this, whereas, yes, the guitar is probably valued correctly at $280, used, yes, but it doesn't play like it. It plays better than a Hagstrom that I played there. I played 8 different guitars for my first hollow body in competition, or semi-hollow. And I went up there and, sit down, play one. The Hagstrom was really loud. And all the other ones, including the Hagstrom, just didn't play as well. Didn't feel as nice in the hands. And, that's so important. So, if you're going to buy something, you might as well enjoy it. Well, at any rate, let's see here. We'll change tones. Maybe something a little bit more woof. Not too much. Just a little bit. Yeah, sure. Wide Brit shred. Yeah, that's probably just a little bit. Oh, let's try this one. That's a little bit of grit. Effectively, yeah. I'm using a quad cortex. I'm not exactly sure what everybody's hearing over there. I hope it's coming through okay. I have my monitors turned way down over here, so what's coming out is not too loud. It doesn't get, into the microphone. So, yeah. No, this is another relatively new piece of gear. I got this back in, I want to say September. Maybe early October is when it actually showed up. Very late September. And I've been messing around with it ever since. Here's another one. It's very quiet. Very quiet. Let's see how... Tim Henson. Yeah, you see, I'm a neural guy too. Well done. Tim Henson, I'm not going to buy. Because of his neck tattoo. That's a joke, yes. But I am familiar with the Cory Wong, and I think that's partly based on it. The Tim Henson's based on the Cory Wong, I think. And let's see. I also have the Soldano. Well, that's kind of a purpose-built thing. Plenty plugin, I think, is like the best plugin ever because you can do just about anything you want on it. If I'm not mistaken, what I used for that track that you heard was the Soldano. So I could be mistaken. I've got a lot of plugins. But there's that. Yeah, this or the Tim Henson. Let's try a couple more. Scott Henderson's son. Oh. Leave a string open. Why not? Ah, the Tim. Really? All right, cool. That's nice. Let's see. Let's try a Mesa Tweed. Oh, I'm out of tune again. That's what I get for not changing strings, not doing anything with it. There is only one thing wrong with this instrument. That's not so bad. That. There's one little notch in the fret. 3rd fret, just beneath the B or just above the high E. You can hear it every time. I mean, listen to that. But there is a mechanical flaw in... Which tuner is it? Can't remember. I think it's this one. Where... Well, it almost seems like there's no problem now. But there was earlier. But yeah, hard not to. But it doesn't really affect... I mean, how many people do you know that do this? You know, right there, bending down on the G. Most people just... You know, it's a hollow body, so you're going to be playing chords down here and... You know. You know, you can be scatting up and down, you know, everywhere else. But if that's the only problem, I don't have a problem with it. But there's one tuner that was a little wonky, and again, I can't remember which one it was. I take a look real close. Oh, it is this one. It's missing a gasket right beneath the tuning peg, which basically means I could try my luck at buying a single left-handed tuner and replacing it, or I can just replace all of these. And I was going to go ahead and do that, and then I remembered that a while ago when I was still building guitars, I bought gold shallers that, you know, are kind of open and back. I can't remember the name of them, but it's like almost like an Antikythera device looking thing. There's just all these, you know, the wheels and the cogs. You can see everything in the back. They're beautifully designed, absolutely gorgeous. And they weren't cheap. I kind of got them as a present to myself, and I've never used them. So if I get the gumption to do so, I will. But, you know, that'll be a story for another day. Let's see here. What's Saturday Circuit? What is that? Ooh, that's nice and voluminous. It's the reharmonization of Three Blind Mice. With a little pang of sadness as if on a deceptive cadence. You know, starting from the 6th of... or... What is it? Any chord progression deserves to have some reharmonization done to it just to see what's out there. I just watched a video the other day about how Now, I'm not a fan of John Frusciante, so if you are, you're going to have to forgive me, but it's kind of like saying you like ketchup on your fries, or you don't like ketchup on your fries, or chips if you're in England, you know. So it's a matter of taste, and I'm not a fan of John Frusciante. So he can play guitar well. I just don't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers generally, and he plays for them, so I don't really care for him. But it's a matter of, what was it, Under the Bridge, and how it was a ripoff of Andy Warhol from David Bowie. And I thought that was fascinating because apparently the type of thing, or something to that effect. So, great. It's going to turn into a blind version of Bet You Can Play This. So, yeah, that's easy enough. Sextuplets. F major 7. You can play it 1,000 different ways. E7 add 9. All right, where do we want to? Is that E minor 7 or major 7? Yeah, that sounds pretty lovely too. So if I, it's nice. Let's see. Oh, sorry, sharp 9. Technically, ooh, actually, as a. Sorry, I am sidetracked a little because that little minor major chord right there with the minor third works very nicely. So Jimi Hendrix. Oh yeah, this. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Let me think about that. A minor, G minor 7, and C9. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could do it, but. Actually, that's something that threw me off. I just like, this is tangential, but it's applicable. So that 9, the regular old 9, here, can also be written as a C2. And I didn't realize that. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to play it, but I've been going to church lately, and naturally they would like to try to use old Kirk here as some guitar talent in the choir. And not the choir, but the worship team. And although I appreciate the fact that they would like that, there are 2 reasons why it's really not for me. I cannot see myself playing that and making it complimentary. I just can't. I come from a different school. I'm in a completely different place altogether. I've never listened to James Taylor. I mean, I'm aware of him, and it's something that I can listen to while doing the dishes, but I haven't ever pursued that style of playing. I'm a metal guy. That's what I do. Or die hard rock. Let's play some Satriani. No problem. Let's see. That kind of. I'm for it. Let's go. But I don't do any Polyphia songs. No. But I'll bet you the person that just typed above you, Ethan Tyler Tucker, might. So wild guess. No, I have an appreciation for prog. You'll notice on my channel that I have done 2 tunes by Fates Warning, which is older prog, kind of thrash prog thrash, whatever you want to call it. And I've done some tunes from Death, definitely some progressive elements in Coroner, for instance. But, the audience is listening. Let's see. Steve Vai, obviously. So, now Stevie. Oh, how they... Yeah, it would be something like down here. Oh, there's that... I think I found another ding and a fret right there. So, now don't you be nervous, honey. Okay, something like that, but with wah. Let's see, and so forth. And that little laugh, by the way, I do know how to do the laugh better than I used to. So if you'll allow me to change to a guitar that's a little more capable, I will get right back to you. But let's see. It's a funny thing. The only thing I can hear in my head as far as the music for the audience is listening, I can hear the intro, no problem. But, nope, I can hear it now. I was actually only hearing Eek the Cat. But give me a second. Let's grab this one. Oh. Let's maybe grab this one. Okay, there we go. Hiya! Stay guitars. So, here we are. I haven't played this one since before Halloween. So, let's see here. Now that nobody can see what I'm doing. Right, good guitar to grab, wasn't it? So let's try that now. And maybe a little bit of gain, huh? That might be a good idea. Actually, it would have been dumb. I should have got the 7-string for that. Let's see, metal. What does that sound like? That sounds metalish. Something to the effect of. There it is. Slight bend down. But very slight. There it is. So it's a matter of muscle memory on that. Oh, and I'm also happy to relate that I did buy myself a Christmas present. After 11 years, I'm buying a new chair. That chair is the cat's chair. It's bad on my back. I don't like it. I'm getting another one. It should be here sometime around Christmas. I'm very happy about that. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, that's more like it. There it is. But this is why the 7-string is good. I'm not using that, as I said before. But let's see. And then he does all sorts of really neat things. Yeah, let's see. I can't think of anything right now on that front. And I've never learned it, so I think that makes it extra difficult. So one of the things that about me is, or about personality-wise with music, is if I have a lot of reverence for something, I won't even try to attempt it. And for years, I did the same type of thing. I never attempted Fate's Warning because I had just too much reverence for the material. Nope, they're gods. Leave it at that. Vi is still a god to me, so I don't attempt to learn his stuff. But there you go. Thank you. But the only thing I ever really attempted was kind of like the the whole. I can't. I never learned it. So, but the rhythm part in the beginning, of course, because you kind of have to do that kind of thing with the whole. What is that? Type of thing. That helps too. Yeah, you do it 3 fingers if you prefer. Fun. Oh yeah, I haven't done that in a while either. Obviously. Well, let's stick with 2. That's fun. Oh. Not quite enough gain there for the love of that. A little bit of sustain there. Yeah, how'd that go? That kind of thing. I mean, yeah, you have to pick up on some of that stuff. That whole... those kind of licks, you have to pick up on those. But, I mean, just to impress all the neighbors. But the, just in general, there's a lot of, a lot. I mean, there's more Vi than not that I haven't tried to pick up on. This includes with his stint in David Lee Roth, and I really don't listen to Frank Zappa, so there's that. But, I mean, I know he played in there, and I also know he played in Alcatraz, but, I mean, my Alcatraz is Yngwie Alcatraz. But, that kind of thing. Hello from Indonesia. Well, hello from Washington State, USA. How are you? So... It feels, going from the other guitar to this, that has 10s on it, this has 9s. It's... Ooh. And oddly enough, I had a lot of reverence for Satriani too, but I at least, sat down and learned a bunch of Satriani. So I do have, well, not a bunch now, but, back in the day, I pick my poison, learn it, How did that go? How did that go? How did that go? Yeah. Now, how'd that go? Better? How do I... Sorry. I won't just kind of screw around and... No, I mean, I'll screw around a little bit, but that... Yeah. That's it. Sorry. It's been years since I've done it, but, you know, there's that. What is that? I was working on the Satriani tune not too long ago. Yeah. That. Memories. You get the whole... Good stuff there. Oh, Mr. Crowley, dude. Okay, now we're talking. I got my Randy Rhoads down. So at least I used to. That whole... So you don't have to do the whole minor chord there, but... Which is a really nice way of just outlining we're in D minor. So, because that... What is this, but... essentially is what you're doing, and you know, it's outlining a D minor triad with a little. You're gonna hear the E in there. Let me see if I can read that. Says, and you did very well with this song, I think, considering the short time you've done it. Yeah, well, Rhoads has his intricacies and nuances, and they're very hard to really replicate. And he's got a picking hand that is extremely accurate and but wild at the same time. So it's really hard to kind of replicate Rhoads exactly. I mean, you could do a lot of Rhodesianisms, that whole, like, what is that? But he also picks that. And with a lot of force, you know. You're really hearing it. Which I can't really do there, which has a better sound. I can do back here, because the strings don't move as much. Yeah, and it works great. You can try, you know, like a... You know, maybe some sort of economy picking with that. Doesn't quite work the same. You really have to just thwack the strings right and alternate pick like crazy. But this works pretty well. As far as this is concerned, you know, yes, the inside picking works. And you know, if it wasn't for Mr. Crowley, I would not have mine down at all. But this, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yeah, so that's it. Oh, how did that go? Something like that. Then this is the nutty thing, though. I have to say, this whole thing with the... It's just this minor third and half step shape from the 22nd fret. Really the 21st, because his polka dot guitar only had a 21. Real combination between... I mean, I know it was a Dan Electro neck, but a real combination between a Strat and a Les Paul within a Flying V body. It was kind of nuts, so... Just, it's literally just a bunch of, you know, flutter, really. Type of thing. Right. Well, at any rate, yeah, it is total. Well, he's well known for a lot of that. I mean, for instance, the chromatic diminished one in Crazy Train. Yeah, that type of thing. You can go nuts with it. And I think Alex Skolnick may have gotten that chromatic thing from there on what is that? Over the Wall. That's easy. Easy stuff. Yeah, you know. But Flutter, yeah, that's the... And he does the same thing in his, unaccompanied solo on Tribute, just going down to the... Something like that. I actually have never learned that part. This part, I think you have to learn, but anything else from there, I just never, bothered with it. So, yeah. And funny thing about this, I don't know if you started the same way, but instead of doing that, fun. Instead of doing this, I couldn't do that, so I tapped it. For years. It's not true, for months. Until I finally sat down and said, you know what, Pinky, you're doing this job. So, and I just sat there for an hour or 2 or 4 or 10 or maybe 3 days. Or a week. And I would have to do this. Force the Pinky to do the right thing. And eventually it did, so, but it took an awful lot of stress and awfulness to get it right. What's this one here called? Goliath. Not really Goliath-y now, is it? Strategic? What do you have here? Oh, upwards? Okay. So, what might help with that, I mean, it might not, but what might help with that is doing it lower. It gives you kind of a better place to go than down into other strings. So, and I don't know what finger you use, if you use the first one, or if you use the middle one, or pinky. I don't know what you got going on, but let's just say that's a nice place to go. You do tuck the pick? Okay. So, just think of it as a kind of a circular motion, like you're scratching your neck. Let's see if I can actually play something coherently. Oh, hold the pick like I do? Yeah, it's fun to do. That's all upwards as far as that is concerned. So as far as this is concerned, that's just a matter of time. Just quick slide over, grab it, and put it there. You get really, really used to it. Oh, look who's back. Put it on a slightly different channel. It says Eric Johnson-y, but I don't know if I believe it. Yeah. Yeah. How did that go? Yeah. Never learned that either. Yeah. I mean, not rusty anymore. I am rusty. I'm still warmed up, but I'm still rusty. I'm not playing nearly as much as I should. Yeah, I used to as well until people stopped asking me because I wasn't doing it. But there's a niche there, you know. There's a lot of people who like their Eric Johnson. And I don't know. I'm less and less inclined, as I was mentioning earlier, to do covers these days because of, there's sheer boredom with the ones I want to be doing because I've trained in doing stuff like this. I trained myself to be able to play specific things. And I think the more I think about it, the more I just want to do stuff that I have never done. And what does that entail? That means I have to write it. And I've done a lot of writing recently, but I haven't done any videos with the writing either. But maybe I should. If I come up with something really keen. No, not a big fan of that. I don't really care for it. And again, to each his own. So it's not that you shouldn't, because I don't. It's just that you do and I don't. That's it. I mean, this is why there's, you have choices with like McDonald's and Burger King and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's a matter of taste. Sometimes it's a matter of price, but it's still a matter of taste. Emo jazz, that's funny. No, if I was to do something, I mean, I was strongly considering going ahead and finally submitting myself to the torturous nightmare that would be learning how to play Cynic's Focus in its entirety. It's 38 minutes long, and so far the longest cover I've ever done was almost 23 minutes. That was Fate's Warning, Ivory Gate of Dreams in full. And that was a tough one. But what makes me want to do Cynic is I've never learned it, and I've always had too much reverence for it to even attempt it. And I think it might be within my technique, but it may be not within my technique also. 'Cause, to this day, like the hardest thing that I've ever learned how to play was Paul Masvidal's solo from Flattening of Emotions. That was absolutely hard. Just hard. Ragged edge of my technique, man. I'm just hanging on for dear life, hoping I hit the right notes. And, because it's so fast and it's so fluid. And I still remember a couple of licks from it. The one in particular that always, kind of gets me is the one it's completely symmetrical. That kind of thing. And I remember nothing else. Something like a... That's great. Pull your big brother in. That'll be wonderful. How do I develop the endurance in my fingers and picking hand? One thing at a time. So my endurance for my picking hand didn't develop until I was probably playing for about 6 years. And most of the thing that built up quickness in my picking hand was rhythm playing, thrash metal specifically. So when we're doing the whole... It's just learning how to do that and the whole, Slayer thing. Yeah, well, let's get on a slightly different tone for this. I mean, if I have to play some metal, I might as well play some metal-ish metal. And this one's called Metal, so let's see how metal it is. Oh, that's loud. Try that one. There we go. It is pretty loud. It's not that loud. That kind of thing. Older brother? No kidding. Okay. So, and then there's and so forth. So older nothing. So well, hi there, Adam. But the picking hand was developed separately from the fret hand in the sense that I learned how to play fast rhythms pretty early on. Once I got down alternate picking down, you never really get it down. You get pretty good at it, but this whole thing with being able to just kind of go really, really fast on one string. Once I got that, the rest just kind of fell into place as long as I can put the rhythm or play the rhythm, accurately. As long as I can accent the chords correctly, we're pretty good. So that there's a matter of like lifting off. That kind of, and when you can accent that, you can put other things between it. That kind of thing. So you need to learn how to play drums really fast. But about 6 years in, so independent from that, I kind of got pretty good at legato because I couldn't really, pick accurately a lot of rapid notes in succession. I could sit down, and one of my practice routines, like when I was 18, I'd only been playing for 4 years at the time, was just to sit there and play like scales. I mean, cleaner tone. That is almost abusively distorted. So now here, old room. Yeah, so I've been working on a preset that sounds like what I used to have when I played with real amps. So it's kind of loud, but it's pretty close. Let me turn that down just a wee hair. There we go. About like that. So I would sit there and just... or threes. Now, if anybody is watching what I'm doing, please take note that I was just playing this, like threes here, in a 3-note per string grouping. Why am I drawing attention to that? Because that makes your picking hand actually change the way everything is picked, every grouping of strings. So I can start with a downstroke. Now this next string I've already started as an upstroke. Yeah. Now I'm crossing downward. So it's every other string starts with an upstroke. And because of that, it throws your picking way, way, way off. Oh yeah, Battery for Metallica is great. That whole... Yeah, how'd that go? Also not bad for leads either, that whole... type of thing. Sure, we'll see in a minute. But as I was saying with the picking hand thing, so I got the two together. The legato, like I said, it kind of came separately, and the legato came because I couldn't really pick anything very well. Well, I'm glad you're still here, thank you. So with this whole thing with legato, where I can just kind of go like this and scratch my head. Who needs to pick? That's the fun part. You can just play whatever you want, and, even arpeggios, why not? Have fun with it. But what was I saying about that? So the legato came separately, and the legato, of course, came from working on little legato-y things, like this. And straight sequences, like... One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so forth. So fast. That's what that came from. Is just a lot of development thanks to me watching guys like Alan Holdsworth, listening to Satriani, Randy Rhoads, things like. So a lot of the stuff that I liked anyway was pretty legato, and I can. Yes, I'm in Washington. I'm in. Let's see. You're north of Seattle, Mount Vernon. I have heard of Mount Vernon. I've also heard of your. I almost hesitate to say this with the Washingtonian audience, but allow me to elaborate that I think your most famous citizen is Glenn Beck. So, no, I'm from. I currently live in Tumwater. So I'm just south of Olympia. I'm really surprised that where I'm living is considered Tumwater. It should technically be West Side Olympia, but it's not. So it's a thing. Yeah. Well, hey, if you ever want to get together, I'd be more than happy to meet you somewhere almost halfway in between. I know we have about 5 guitar centers between you and I. So anyway, and I get up to Federal Way every Sunday morning. So. one thing real quick. Church. Yeah, small world indeed. You know what? Considering, Washington's only a few hundred miles, in every direction, and I'm living in about the center of it on the west side of the mountains. It's amazing to me how many people actually, have relatives other places, and also live here. So it's something else. What was I going to tell you though? Okay, so back to the right hand, left hand thing. So as far as the picking hand goes, again, I blame, for rhythms, I blame thrash metal. For legato, I blame people like Satriani and Alan Holdsworth. And for the faster... Well, right on, dude. Cool. So, as far as like the the staccato is concerned, that was deliberate action taken around the time I was 20 years old, learning some stuff from like Alex Skolnick and other things. Yes, some Yngwie, blah, blah, blah. By the time I was 22, or should I say 23, actually, I could have even been 24. I had, let's say 24, about 10 years in, I got Rock Discipline. And that's the John Petrucci video. And it was like that pretty much ever since. Midnight, huh? Holy crap. Ethan's in Tennessee? Holy crap. Well, Merry Christmas world. So, let's see. What else going on here? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, in fact, speaking of church, although I'm not in the worship group, I do work... I am learning how to work the board. Not the audio board, but the video board they stream every Sunday. And but they still want me every once in a while. Come on, Kirk, join the thing. And I'm like, I don't think that playing I just don't think that the parishioners would really like that too much. It's probably not good. So, it's just not the best. So let's find out what this is. That's more like it. But no, I'm super rusty. My picking hand is far from being as accurate as normal, and I am a little sorry about that. But it's not the end of the world. So let's see here. Holy crap! I've just got an entire addendum on my phone. A friend of mine. So what I was going to say though is getting the right hand to left hand synchronized. That's a matter of really just sitting down with a metronome and figuring out how things really work together. So a lot of exercises like this I did before the Rock Discipline thing, and just, click, 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 4 notes per click, 16th notes. And I'm not really killing it. This is the part about being rusty, right? And so forth. So many of those things kind of sort of applied, but they didn't really apply too well because we're not using real scalar patterns. We're using symmetrical shapes that are mostly chromatic. Well, hello, welcome back. But when it comes down to like other shapes, that kind of thing. So yeah, right? That kind of thing. I lose it right there. Rust, I'm telling you. That kind of thing. So, but that's sit down, play with the metronome, and just keep playing with the metronome again and again and again. And then several years later, 5 it was for me, I think it was 5 years later, I figured out that I'd started all of my phrasing wrong. That when I'm doing a fast run, the whole... I would always start with a downstroke, because that's kind of natural for me with the whole thrash. Let's downstroke everything. But if you start it with an upstroke, you're actually significantly advantaging yourself. So this, up, up. I mean, yeah, let me just play that Paul Gilbert thing. That, you know, sextuplets, excuse me. If I started that with an upstroke, there's no break. You can just keep going, and there's no, all right, I have to reach over the string now to, you know, there's none of that, because it's going from an upstroke to a downstroke to an upstroke to and every time, I mean, you're ready to switch every time. It's a miraculous thing. It just takes off the speed bumps, you know. It just removes them, and I can't explain it any other way. But the mental block that was there with the whole physical block, really, going down to an upstroke, vanished instantaneously. And I could still do without having to think about circular picking or economy picking, which is down, up, down, down, up, down, which I've been trying to do now for 5 years, and I'm still pathetic at it. I'm much better descending than ascending. You know, that up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. Have I seen him? Yeah. 18 years old, Paul Gilbert, Intense Rock. 19 years old, Paul Gilbert, Intense Rock 2. Been a fan of Racer X for years. Bruce Boyer, hey, Bruce Boyer has a channel. He's the other guitar player for Racer X. He is in the process of showing us how to play rhythms on every Racer X song. It's freaking great. I just learned Hammer Away. And I'm telling you, I'm so happy about it. I mean, I kind of know how to play that anyway, but this little part, I'm so happy about that, I can't tell you. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And then apparently Paul does, or something like that. That's it. It's fun. Anyway, I'm really, really happy about that. Yeah. So you think Paul Gilbert's is the most 80s thing you ever saw? Well, if it wasn't for Paul, I wouldn't have started doing things like this. But I don't play it up, or excuse me, upstroke here, down, up, down, you know. Down, up, down, up, down, up, and so forth. I actually keep that on the inside. So up, stroke, down, up, down, up, down, up. So. Fun. Anyway, that's this whole thing is Paul. This. That kind of thing. All Paul. Or was it? I mean, I can do that for an hour, but it doesn't matter. So that whole thing, you know, the Paul thing had me for years and years and years. But he also incorporated a lot of like hammer-ons and pull-offs. So the that kind of thing really is, you know, helpful. That kind of thing. It's nonsense, but it's fun. The whole I used to practice with hammer-ons and pull-offs because I couldn't pick. I still can't right now. It's funny. It's almost like I've resorted to, you know, not playing for a while, and now I'm 18 again. Here. It's so funny. So how to get faster at riffing, power chords, chord changes, by doing it. And challenging yourself. If you keep playing the same thing that you're already comfortable with, or you're already familiar with, there will be no growth. Discomfort is the only thing that really channels that. So you have to do things that you don't want to do sometimes, you know. I mean, maybe you want to do them. That's going to help you actually get them done. But let's say, you know, what's a fast one that I used to know? Well, that's a web browser. That's not going to help me out. This will, though. Let's see. Musical. Metal, because that's important. And let's do Adolescent Leftovers. And my home base was kind of Metallica, Iron Maiden, you know, that kind of thing. Some Anthrax. But as far as like the stuff that I learned how to play, that's where that lives. So if I'm going to go to Metallica, when's the last time you tackled anything off of Injustice for All? So that's the question there. Is you here? Hello. Yeah, Adam, take care of yourself. If you ever want to hook up, find a way to let me know. I think I have an email address in my my about section. So, but my recommendation on the chords thing, getting faster at picking in chords and stuff like that, chord changes specifically. I'm just gonna default to Metallica because there is a lot of that in there. So, if you go with something like Dyer's Eve. Blacken and blacken and blacken and blacken. And so forth. As you can see, you're kind of cruising there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. So I mean, besides the right. So right, Bam Bam. I don't know how much of that is actually coming through properly, but nevertheless, it's there's a lot of stuff going on. And so if you wanted to improve on doing anything, you have to do more of the thing that you're not really good at doing. It's a great case in point. One of the things that I used to have trouble with, and a lot of people have trouble with, is like doing things with these two fingers. There's a lot of stuff you can do to improve that, but the majority of the time it involves actually using them. So like this, for instance, just holding on one string and then taking these two fingers onto adjacent strings and moving them about. So these two fingers are still down on the G string. There's holding down those notes, and you just transfer between these two cleanly. And that's not easy to do, but you can do it. Another thing would be to hammer on and pull off using those two fingers only. And just, keeping it going. And that's part of my 10-minute legato exercise, that'll... and so forth. It's, it's in there. But the best way to do what it is that you can't do is to keep doing what it is that you can't do. And then, working it up to speed. And then at some point you're going to get really bored and just jump above and beyond the speed that you can go. And, when you slow down, it'll seem a lot easier. So it's a nice mental trick. So, but that's a real good one to use right there. Dyer's Eve, I wouldn't say is like the be all end all, but, pick a thrash song that you can't currently play and then go play it. Ride the Lightning has some more, pretty good examples. Trapped Under Ice, for instance. Ride the Lightning has some good stuffs. Fight Fire with Fire has some nearly impossible moments. Creeping Death is fun. Call of Cthulhu makes you change your fingers around a lot, So, Call of Cthulhu. That's it. I don't know if I can actually get links. If you send an email, I actually can. So, never mind. That's me and my brain arguing with myself. Let me open up some emails then. I wonder if it was one or the other. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to open another one. Haven't opened this email for a while. All right. Well, if you just sent it, I haven't received it. I'm wondering to what email you sent it to. But, you know, if you're in Tennessee, it might take a while to get here. There's floodwaters in Washington State. I don't know if you've heard. So, at any rate, let's see here. Where was I? Oh, yeah, I am here. Ha. But, so there's that. Well, when it comes in, if it comes in, well, you know what? I'll check junk mail. Well, take care of yourself, bud. I'm glad you're here. Be well and play Metallica, play Megadeth, play King Diamond. You know, the only way to get better at doing it is by doing it, like I said before. So, be well. Let's check junk mail just in case. Spam 4, Chat GPT, blah blah blah. All right, a bunch of literal spam in that one. 2 spam in this one. El Corazon. I've already unsubscribed to them, yet they are still around. And promotions and more. Spam 6 in here. Let's see. There's a lot of bullshit. Be a quick second on this. And report phishing. I haven't received your email yet, but if you'd like to give me a hint as to which email of mine you may have sent it to. Actually, let me find out where my email is myself, and and we'll see. So let's see. Shorts live, blah blah blah. My channel, that's a good one to start with. And what am I talking about here? More. Blah 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 blah. View email address. Oh, an actual YouTube email. Aha! I see. Got it. I think. Because it's rare that Ethan goes with me to a stream. Happy he did. Well, I'm happy he did too. Let's see. And I'm very, very happy to have done so. So, all well. I don't know how to access my YouTube email. That's fun. So, I'll tell you what, man. My email address is simple. fullguitard@gmail.com. Would you send me it there and I'll get back to you. Promise. So, yes, as in you never go full guitard. So, ring to it. Yeah, that's another one. I'm actually having trouble accessing that one at the moment. That's funny. So, yeah, they really, really want a 2-step verification with something I can't verify with anymore. The whole thing actually kind of sucks. It's like, Kirk, you need this email address. Yeah, well, I'd like to get in with the password that I've been using for years. No, we have to contact you via the phone number that you gave us 10 years ago that you no longer have. I'm like, well, I can't. So, sucks to be you. So, that's that. So, try full guitard instead, and I will get back to you. That's fullguitard@gmail.com. So, and I'm sorry about the hassle. So. Let's go ahead and put the pick in here. It's another good place to put it. But I have a strange dread that I'm going to, one of these days, be playing, forget that it's there, start talking, and just inhale the pick and die. So. No, I will very much try not to. Anyway. There's an email. That I got. You move this aside, go right on to it. Ah, hello. So let's see. Party Hardy. Cool. Let's see. Well, let's just go ahead and listen to it. If it wants to play for me. There we go. Oh, I got you. Well, that's lovely. So are you doing the whole... excuse me. Yeah. That thing? Cool. So it's very Kiss-like in that regard. And that whole... Ooh. I almost want to play bass for you right now. Nice. Like your susses. I do what I can. Yeah. It doesn't want to bend as high as I want to bend it. Keep it. I'm going to break it. No, I'm not going to break it. See, this is a miraculous thing because it's kind of like a really, far apart jammy thing. So, again, with the... Good. Hold up. Was that a... or a... Sounds more like that. We'll let the solo go. I heard both Randy Rose and Nuno in that. Nice! That's good. Good ending. So that whole... Excuse me. I'm not sure exactly. No. Could do it either way, but we'll have to figure that out. Why do you need to work on your tapping? It sounded fun. Or rather, I should say, well executed. Play well, dude. Of course. That was fun. I really like that whole type of thing. That whole thing, great. And actually, the first time I ever heard anybody do that was this year. Weirdly enough, when I got into a quick, very fast, Kiss revivalism thing. I really never listened to them. With the exception of a couple of tracks that everybody knows, you know, God of Thunder and the whole, what is that? What is that? Detroit Rock City thing. Yeah. Well, so am I. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. But this, and I think what really drove it was that whole... All right. Oh, are you kidding? The Kiss disco song? You mean I Was Made for Lovin' You, Baby? Dynasty era Kiss? That was the first Kiss tune I actually ever heard. And so I thought Kiss was a disco act. And then I heard I Love It Loud, and I realized I was wrong. But then again, when I first heard I Was Made for Lovin' You, I was probably 6 or 7 years old. So... No, I agree with you. I think it was fantastic. This has got me thinking. I think here's where you're going. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that you're going down here. Because I don't really hear it go minor. I think you might do that instead. Of course, I could just listen to it again, couldn't I? Which was a really nice way of ending that. Well done. So if you ever wanted to extend that a little bit, so what you have here, so you could just type of thing, you know. If you wanted to get out of the tapping thing, so you know, or even opening it up. I'm just offering ideas. It's your tune and it's great. You don't have to change a thing. Keep that in mind. I'm just saying, well, you know, there's other things, and you take this. The right hand, you don't want to move it so much? Well, that's okay. You can just use your left hand. Until you get here. What is that? And then, you know, because that... Doing this... You could pull off. It's hard to get out of teacher mode, sorry. But especially when you don't have to. Ever. Always in teacher mode. So. But this, let's see. The first part of the tapping line, then you move the left hand to the second position. Oh! You stay on E. Ah! I'm making guesses. Just messing around. But this, so if you move that down, it's actually not easy to do. guessing. There, good. I would just skip down. If you're doing it as a 7, he opens one what? A stream? Do you stream? I'd like to get something more atmospheric if y'all don't mind. Fantastic. All right, well, what the hell? Give me a second. I am live. I want to turn that as down as possible. Maybe hit pause on that right there. Click here. Go to channel. Subscribe. Take that. All right, man. Let's see here. Move that over back to where it was. I'm subscribed, Ethan. Take that. I know you won't, but you know. Anyway, so let's see here. There I am. That is something atmospheric. It's acousticism, old room 2. That's a little bit different. Go to the grid. Everything activated. There we go. Now let's see. Make sure I got the right one. Yeah, it sure looks like you. Yeah, shoot, man. All right, very cool. Let's see here. Oh, no, I'm clicking the wrong stuff. I've got so many things open right now. It ain't funny. You said another song? Oh, I have a package at Luxor 1. Oh, this is actually good. Very good news. Although that does mean in order to go and fetch it, I will actually have to remove myself from the stream. But I was expecting some stuff today from Amazon, one of which is a present for my kid, another of which is a present for myself. And the thing that I'm streaming with right now as far as cameras are concerned is an Avermedia P530. Or 513, excuse me. It's a very good camera. I do like the crap out of it, but I bought one that's better in low light. So the hell was that called anyway? I'll tell you in a second. And I've heard a lot of good things about it lately, and it's only $100. When I say only $100, I mean like, yikes, it's $100. But it's a lot cheaper than the camera I was gonna. I'm not joking. I came extremely close this year. Actually, let me go ahead and share a neat story about life. So I had planned on buying a Sony A6700 kit lens and all that kind of stuff. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I had planned on. I will extend word. So, but at any rate, well, they're going to come over on Christmas anyway, so that's good. But yes, so I had planned on buying a Sony A6700. And a couple of lenses for it, and I was going to replace my webcam with that completely. So yes, you know, capture card, all that kind of stuff, use it as a webcam, and basically be able to stream in, you know, 4K 120, if my internet could handle it. I don't know if it can, but it would be at least interesting to try. I got some new lights. They're going to be here tomorrow. But, you know, so these lights are going to be kind of obsolete, and I'm going to use that one as a backing light there. I suppose I could do that here too. It's slightly Christmassy in hell. There we go. Oh, just straight blue. There we go. Wow, like neon. But anyway, as I was saying, and I think this is kind of funny to the three of you. Well, thank you. Yes, I've got my son-in-law to worry about as well. But the as I was saying, yes. So I was planning on buying this camera, and the camera itself was going to run like $1,500. And I'm thinking, you know what? I have not treated myself like this. I mean, I have. I bought this, and I bought the Quad Cortex and a few other things. It's not like I'm rich or anything. I'm not even close. But I had a little extra money from the move, so I decided to go ahead and use it. And I didn't buy the camera. I came really, really close, and I held off one more day, and I get a word from my kid. because my kid lives with, now she's 25 and married, but we had them move in a year ago in October. When there was a we had them move in with us and kind of take over at least a room, hanging out upstairs here. Kids, move in, save up for a house, live here for 2 years, pay off any debts you have, save up for a house, and move in 2 years and get yourself a house. You know, it's a real good way to help them out. And then, unbeknownst to me, 7 months later or so, here I am getting a divorce and I got to move out, and now they're stuck paying half the mortgage. And but I got word from her that there was an electrical problem where some weird stuff was happening in the house, like they'd turn off a light and another light would turn on in another part of the room, or they have to, let's start the washing machine. They go to start the washing machine and a kitchen light goes out, and weird stuff like that. They woke up the next day and half the house doesn't have electricity, the other half does. And going to check in the breaker, there's a weird smell coming from it. They get the electrician there, and it turns out the mains literally melted because it was an old thing. They could have burnt down. I mean, it was that simple. So they're all like, they owe the electrician like $5,000, and instead of me going ahead and getting a camera, I'm just going to go ahead and give him money. And if my kid didn't live there, I'd let my ex-wife suffer. So you can pay it. That's your problem now. Go ahead. But my kid lives there, and I want to help him out. So I'm going to help out the kids. So that's that. There goes my camera. So instead of getting that, I got a different thing. So thank you. Merry Christmas to you too, good sir. Nice to see you on stream. So my left foot is elevated as per standard classical technique requires. Now, I got an Osbot Meet 2 4K webcam, which can technically do almost everything this can do, except it's got a bigger sensor, and therefore it's better in low light. So there's that. Yeah, no, it hurts like crazy. I'm really wishing that I didn't have to go ahead and give them $1,000. So that it would be, I don't have to, but I want to make sure that the mortgage continues to be paid while they owed the money on this. So I just want to make sure that this is taken care of. So anyway, I've got the Osbot arrives today. I'm not using that now. It's my AverMedia right now. And then 2 lights that instead of where I have 2 lights right now, hello blue light, hello white light, I'm going to have those clamped to the desk to be able to light appropriately. And I'm going to be able to move these to other locations, like not using them at all, or, as like an ambient light source, like shine the blue light on the Christmas tree. So that kind of thing. Or just as a background light generally. I can have that back there and like pointing up or something like that. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. Plus I got her a gift, and I already mentioned the office chair, which won't be arriving until probably after Christmas, but it's got arms that I can move back. And that makes me very happy. So, but yes, and as I was saying, both feet not level on the ground. But as far as Alexander technique is concerned, I'm still, got the ball out, going like so, dropping everything and just playing as I should. So everything is cool. If you all don't know about this Alexander technique thing, I would highly recommend looking it up. It's all about posture to better facilitate your playing. If you have any repetitive motion injuries or anything like that, like I did, I had carpal tunnel when I was a kid. And yeah, you got to have a good chair. Well, you know what? I live in a 3rd floor apartment right now, and because of that, I have a very hot apartment in the summertime. And what I learned this year is that leather and 96 degrees. Now, actually, I think the hottest this apartment ever got was like 92 degrees. It's still ridiculously hot. That doesn't really match up really well for sitting for long periods. And I've got a leather couch of all things too. So it's, no matter where you go, there you are. It's not fun to sit on these things when they're hot. So what I got was mesh all around. So it's mesh underneath, breathable. Should be nice in the summertime. And it'll be cool in the winter, but you see, that's what these kind of things are for here. So just grab a throw blanket, put it on top of the thing, and call it good. Then I'll have 2 ghost looking chairs in the room, and it'll be nice. But I should do this more often. Yeah, you got that stuck in my head, Ethan. Thank you. that whole type of thing. Thanks. wondering how I'm doing that. That's the bar hitting the leg inadvertently. Isn't that nice? You can do a lot of weird stuff like that, like accidental things. let's put it here and just kind of go like that. And I call that wankery. So, all right. Oh, that's what that was. All right. So, get out of there. Oh, yep, there it is. So let's rock it like it's the 80s. Go ahead. Let's do that. Hold on. That's amazing. It's just about the most 80s thing you can write, so. Then you can even do like a, you know, if you wanted to change keys, that's a really good place to do it, but you don't have to, so never mind. No, can't blame you. Good. Problem with the audio file. But then again, I did just unplug something. There we go. Well, let's just download that, shall we? Should work pretty well. Maybe. If it actually wants to download for me, please. Download. Download, please. Thank you. Desktop. Here we are. And shortly. There we go. Oh, it's now going to do... All right, start that one more time and get right on the camera. I have lost connection with my neural DSP. There we go. There we are. And back to, aha! Now I can hear things. And I switched to minor, by the way. Guitars. Dude, I'm just goofing, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Grab something else. Hello, buddy. There's a very muscular end to that. That's Ethan in the chat. Obviously, I need to. Really mute that while I'm going. So I'm going to take great leaps of faith here. And if we're talking about 80s, Van Halen, Extreme, Night Ranger, are amongst your favorites. You're not doing any A-string tapping Jeff Watson style, so trust me, neither do I. Closest I get is this, you know, type of thing. It doesn't really work out great. I love that. That's, I think, of the two that I've heard so far, I like this one the best. So you have a lot of space in it. There's a lot of space to play around. Oh, and there it goes again. But I'm also a fan of keyboards. So, yeah, Van Halen for sure. Yeah, I heard that. So, but I also heard other things that weren't quite Van Halen, like, you know, Nuno Bettencourt, for instance, you know, Extreme. I might have even heard things from Steve Lynch, but and George. I don't think they're related, but, you know. Steve Lynch actually teaches at a school up here. He's got a guitar school in Fife, of all places. So look that up. That's interesting. But Steve Lynch, you know, turn up the radio, Steve Lynch, that whole... That Steve Lynch? Yeah. So he teaches up here. I'd like to get lessons from him someday, but I don't know. You know, it's hard to meet your heroes, even if they give you an agenda. So... I'm also, you know, terrified he's going to say, yeah, and I actually don't use two fingers there on that. I tuck these two away and I just use these two. And I'm like, well, I don't want to use those two. It's so convenient to just use these two. So, yeah. Did I turn that off? Oh, I did. Wrong way. That kind of thing. Def Leppard 2, I can hear, yes, for sure. Ozzy, yes. Well, anybody who was in the 80s camp had the, what is it, the inversion stuffs going on. So if you heard Van Halen, you're hearing... And I did hear that in there. You know, those kind of things. Rat. You know, you're going to hear all that stuff in there. I mean, if you're from the 80s, you've got your chord voicings. Yeah, that's for sure. All of the... Which is just Louie Louie. Nobody looks at it that way, but this whole... It's Louie Louie. But it's inversions with Louie Louie. Anything 145 is Louie Louie. This is 145. So Van Halen wrote a lot of 145 songs. You know, Randy Rhoads too. Now, granted, that's 1, 5, 4, 1. But, that's fine. Dominant, subdominant, tonic, fine. So, and, you can do it up here too. Or, either way, it's 1-4-5. So, yeah, I had a feeling you'd already know that. So let's do the... type of thing, but in major, so it's a little hard to do with it. What's that? When you stray away too far from the 1-4-5, it's not rock and roll anymore, if that makes sense. Yes, absolutely, because when's the last time you heard a blues that did this? Now, I want to go to G. It just doesn't, it kind of works, but it doesn't really work, It's not what you expect. And because it goes so far, it strays away from what your expectations are. A little bit is okay, but if you go too far away from the expectations, it really just kind of drains the whole situation. And it takes it from something that may be interesting sounding to the ear, and it turns it into a nightmare. People, disinterest. It turns it into something that people just don't want to hear. So, but they did. They followed rock and roll from the roots. You're absolutely right. But they also incorporated more pianistic approaches with, as far as their chording is concerned, with inversions. Hanging out on that 7th. Actually, it was probably, gosh, what would that be? E Mixolydian. Still. Now, if you wanted to do something like this, with the ear bending thing, like I was saying, you could take it out of key and bend from there. So instead of... And it takes it out just enough to where you go, oh, that's wrong. Oh, it's good. You start out with the wrong and then it's all right. So a little extra tension before the release. But it takes, something more commonplace and turns it into something a little weird. But you have to have extra thought to go into the weirdness. You know what I mean? So... like proceeding to G, or not G, well, we can proceed to G there, or B. From a B flat, even if we're still playing. And, it just kind of builds up tension a little bit more. It's almost like that type of thing, Or type of deal, So, it's fun stuff. So, with this... I hate making commitments that I may not be able to keep. So I'm not going to answer that question directly. I'm going to say that I definitely live streamed today. And there may be another opportunity or two closer to Christmas. So Christmas Eve is going to be bat crazy for me. I'm not going to be able to probably stream, if at all, very much, because I'm going to be cooking. It's my only day off prior to Christmas. I could have taken more, but instead I spread it out through the month. So I'm taking every Friday off. I have vacation days to burn, so I'm doing that. But I can stream probably next Friday. So probably. I'm not saying that's a guarantee. I'm saying probably. So yeah, it's a thing. I mean, I've been busy pretty busy lately and not really playing very much. So if I can get the spark back, you know. You know, do the if I can get that spark back, where I want to do all things like that, you know, maybe. But I don't really, you know, like, what is that? Streaming unprepared. And I figured that today I'm just going to have to do it. Because it has been a long time. It's been almost 2 months. And I haven't really put anything up in the last couple of months. A couple of things in October. And the last thing I think I put up was a board instructional video. That whole... And that was kind of funny. It was a flash in the pan thing. Somebody asked me to do it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm bored. It fits. Let's go. And so I learned how to play the damn thing, and you know, the rest is history. But and it's a funny thing too is I used to know how to play some of that way long time ago, like when I was 15. I never knew how to do the. I just kind of faked it. I didn't know what to do, so there was that. But yeah, you know, thank you. Well, next year is another year. 2025 can largely go pound sand. I'm really done with it. I've been done with it for a while, and I'm ready to move on and do other things. When I say move on and do other things, I'm talking about absent a marriage. So let's find out who I am again, and you know, go on with life and be happy. And I'm mostly doing that, but you know, it's weird. It's weird. It's an odd thing. You get used to it, but you know, I'm still getting used to it. And almost everybody I've talked to says it takes like a good 2 years to get back to yourself. One of my best friends, I talked to him just the other day, Joe, said, "Kirk, you've always been you." You know, it's just you are acting exactly like you used to. You've always acted like this. You're fine. But you know, there's emotional states that carry a lot of weight through the whole thing too. So, but yeah, like I was saying, I've been out of practice. I haven't really been playing as much as I should, or you know, as much as I probably need to in order to keep up my chops, at least to my satisfaction. Most people used to ask me, you know. About my playing, and I would tell them I'm comfortable with my playing. You know, are you that don't know me? They've never heard me. You know, so you play guitar? Yeah. Are you any good? Well, I'm comfortable with my playing, and that usually means that if I wanted to just kick back and do the, you know, I wouldn't be missing any notes, and I'd actually be happy with the way that sounded at the end, which in this case I'm not. But I like a much more crisp, you know, clean type of separation of notes. That's closer. But, you know, if I sat down and just did that again and again and again, it'll probably be even better, but who knows. Anyway, I'm going to go get my package, and I will pretend it's Christmas while I'm out. I mean, I have a nice little black Santa hat. It should work out pretty well. But I also have this nice little beanie. I know I usually wear hats on my stream. I haven't recently, but I used to. And this one says, Bah Humbug. I mean, that's kind of tongue-in-cheek because I really mean Merry Christmas, but, you know, it's good. But, yeah, well, you know, most people don't know I'm a guitar player. I mean, I used to walk around, leather jacket, long hair, and people either figured I had a Harley, which I don't, but or if I'd be a guitar player. And naturally, you know, we grow on trees, so it's the latter. But, or at least our instruments do most of the time. But, you know, nowadays it's just, you know, I'm just your average guy. And, you know, I'm kind of a snarky personality, you know, what is that, smart ass, you know, whatever you want to call it. And you know, I try to pride myself on quick wit and rapid comebacks and stuff like that. So, you know, I just get along with people. It's all right. But I don't bring up guitar unless I have to. This is just, it's I don't know. Secret identity, sure, but you know, there's more to me than this. But this is me. You know, it's just, this is who I am. It's always going to be. It's the same as breathing to me. So if I breathe, or you know, I guess if I have arms, then I still play guitar. It's never going to stop. But It might slow down, and it has, but it's never going to stop. That would be better. 7. Yes, very nice. Okay, once again, bending from wrong notes to right notes, good. But this is cool. You should do this. That should be a 7, though. Instead of a flat 6 to a flat 7, or a 6 to a flat 7. And that's pretty simple. That's F sharp to G, B, D, and then you tap 2 fingers. F sharp and G. So you're basically playing an octave there. And that's fun by itself, but well, good. We're all gonna go. You take care of yourself. If I don't see anybody before Christmas, Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year, even though I probably will see you all before the New Year. And am I going to stream more regularly? I'm not going to say regularly, but I'm going to say sporadically and more often. Take care. Thanks for joining me on this wonderful Christmas time, there it is, adventure. And, tolerating me and my terrible playing today. Very much appreciate y'all. Oh, you like that? Yeah, well, I'll tell you. There's something to be said for having fun with that kind of stuff. So, if you just wanted to do octaves, that's fine too. It's a little easier to just have a little maybe even 3 fingers at the end. Right. Anyway, have a good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. And thanks for all the company tonight. Bye. Well, bye for now.